Properties. The main part of form displays a graphic view of an ID. The icon of CS means that the ID is used as a default for all operations in the use of Windows and CS. On the right side of the form, all the private keys which are used in the ID are listed. Each key specifies the initial values of the serial number and thumbprint that corresponds to the values in the certificate. Also, the crypto provider is indicated in square brackets. Conventional symbols. PK is PKI public key infrastructure and is a key for encryption MS-CSP. SH is SHA1 is a key for the signature MS-CSP. GE is GOST encryption is an encryption key GOST. GS GOST signature is a signature key GOST. PE PGP encryption is an encryption key PGP. PS PGP signature is a signature key PGP. Change images. The user can change the picture on the ID, only JPG files are supported. Allocator's default. The ID is installed as the ID to all operations for the encryption. There is no need for decryption to set an ID as the default. The CS selects the proper ID itself at the time of decryption. See the chapter called Decrypt. Deleting from ID. Deleting the key from the ID. Encryption by default. The classic theory of cryptography assumes that different keys are used for encryption and signature. In practice, it is more convenient and easier to use one key for all types of operations. However, the user has the ability to use various keys for any encryption or signature. When the user selects a key and presses the encryption by default, this key is set as the encryption key by the crypto provider to which the selected key belongs to. When exporting, just this key, certificate, will be copied in PID and transferred to another party. The certificate will be replaced by one which is installed by default. Signature by default. Important. When you change the default key, you need to republish your ID or to pass it to the other party so there will be no confusion regarding the keys, otherwise the other party will encrypt certificate with an outdated key. CS keys and certificates operations. For all asymmetrical cryptography, it is crucial to understand how to work with the keys. If this information is not mastered, the user cannot successfully use CS. It does not exclude cases in which the encrypted data cannot be decrypted due to discrepancies with the public and private keys. When you run CS, it loads all PFX files in the certificate storage without the ability to be exported. The user can view them through the certificate snap-in, Windows R, MMC, Control M, Certificate, User, Personal. After closing CS, all certificates and private key containers are removed from the system because the password for Windows account is easily compromised and it does not provide any protection of keys. Keys of Crypto Pro do not allow for backing up in PFX format. Therefore, the GOST keys cannot be removed from certificate storage. Operations with them can be done using an interface of Crypto Pro. See more details about Crypto Pro on the official site http://cryptopro.ru. PGP keys are taken from PKR and SCR files. They are not stored in an unprotected form. They are only stored in ID file in protected form. In order to encrypt files, MS-CSP certificates are used, and GOST uses the certificates in the certificate storage. Therefore, when importing PID or CER GOST certificates are installed in certificate storage. To avoid confusion, it is not recommended to have 2 or more certificates with the same email of the same crypto provider in certificate storage. In case of a situation when it is impossible to decrypt the data, it is necessary to establish which key, certificate, was used for encryption, to find its thumbprint and compare it with the thumbprint of private keys, certificates, in certificate storage. For example, Ivanov gave his PID to Petrov. Petrov has encrypted a few files using the crypto provider of CryptoPro and has transferred the files to Petrov. Petrov received the files and he cannot decrypt them. He should export his default PID and open it using WinZip or WinRAR, and then open the file Petrov at fsb.ru.gost.cer and see the key thumbprint in the properties of the ID. Always it is enough to compare the first 4 characters. Now you need to open your GOST certificate in certificate storage, which has the private key. Also see the thumbprint of this key. Compare the thumbprints with the properties of an ID in the CS, see the chapter Properties. We want to remind you that in the CS the serial number of certificate is specified first and the thumbprint indicated through the flash. If a discrepancy is found at any point in this chain, you should correct the situation by issuing a new ID, preferably with another email, or if you use the same email, it is recommended that you remove all appropriate certificates of the crypto provider from certificate storage. This confusion is possible if, before the installation of CS, there were certificates with this email in certificate storage. Therefore, it is recommended, if possible, to import the PFX file into the CS's ID.